Hello guys. Good morning guys. I want to look huge. I'm like this. I think maybe this is just too, maybe it needs to be higher. I think that's the highest it can go. I just hate that the reflection it's supposed to be this straight, but for some reason the phone doesn't tangle like that. I'm noticing the lights I look like this. Like, this looks too huge. Alright, let's stop wasting time. It's 8:42 a.m. Today is Saturday, basically the weekend. So if you guys are getting ready to go out, I wish I was you, because I don't want to go to work. If you guys don't know, I'm working a 6 days straight. I'm not doing my waist trainer right now. That's why I look a little bit more relaxed, because it's a risk, not a risk, but it's just waist training. Sometimes it could be a good benefit and sometimes it cannot. Sometimes I feel like when I wear the waist trainer, it does help me up really good, but then sometimes I feel like it pushes me, since I'm sitting down doing the waist trainer, I think it pushes my stomach down, so it kind of creates my lower stomach to look more bulgy looking, more bigger. So I woke up flat today because I had the runs for like 2 times. I know, TMI, sorry guys, but I had the runs in the morning, and then, I was like, oh, like, I feel better. And then my tummy starts to hurt again, and I get the runs again. So I was like, what in the hell? So yeah, I was like not feeling so good today. And then I was like, what if I call off? But yeah, I don't think I'm the type of person that will call off. But having the runs can be a good benefit and a bad benefit. I know it could be good because, your stomach feels flat, you feel empty, you feel ready, like, hey, I just lost like freaking 10 pounds. But I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and just not call off. But I've never called off, so it's been like, I think, over a year that I haven't called off. So it's been a long time, guys. So morning, Jacqueline. Good morning, Jasmine. How are you guys? So we're gonna do natural. We're gonna do with the, what's it called, the glue ones today. The glue eyebrows. You guys don't know my vanity. I need a regular chair because the chair that I have is too big, and it's not even a chair. It's actually a what's it called? My chair is actually for the feet. So my little couch came with a little feet holder. So that's what I'm using as a chair, and I need a chair, guys. So I need to go buy a vanity chair, but Amazon has good deals, I'm not gonna lie. But what's it called? I don't know if I should order it. Like, I just spent so much on this. I know it's not a lot, like $169 for like a, what's it called, a vanity, but for me it is, because your girl don't got money like that, girl. So I don't know if you guys have any recommendations for like some vanity chairs that I can use, because, oh no, why is this black? Oh, please don't. Oh, it's looking kind of black. I don't know why. No, it's looking kind of black. I haven't done gel eyebrows for like a long time, or at least laminated my hair for a little bit. But let's talk, let's chat, because I notice when I'm talking, I do have people on, and when I'm quiet or I'm just wondering what the hell to talk about, everybody leaves, and I'm just here quiet, and then I'll be like, hello, anyone there? Why do I look so chinny? Like, it looks like I have a ginormous chin, and my chin is little. Why do I look so, like my head is ginormous? Jesus. But yesterday I was trying to write what I'm supposed to be eating. I sometimes just want to shave my eyebrows off, guys. Does anyone have shaved eyebrows right now? Because will that be easier to just shave my eyebrows and just style them however I want? Because this is just so annoying. If I cut one is smaller than the other. If I cut the other one, it just doesn't look right. Like right now, they both look wrong. They don't match. They're not cut right. And it's annoying. Like, girl. It's really, really annoying. So if you guys have shaved your eyebrows, is that better? Maybe, because I'm getting hella annoying. Like, the fuck? But I just miss having my eyebrows flat, because lately I've just been doing regular eyebrows, and they look cute, but I don't like them that much, because Oh my god, I just noticed this girl didn't came to work yesterday. And I didn't even call her. Oh my god. I have a new hire that I like her, you know, she's been there a while, but I haven't seen her. I told her to come in to do her computer work, and she didn't come yesterday. And I forgot. I didn't even bother calling her because I honestly forgot. When I smile, why do I have this so huge? I think it's my cheeks. I have too much cheeks. Is there such thing as like making your cheeks lose weight? I just have to stop eating. The thing is, I don't even eat a lot. I don't think I considerably eat a lot. Look, I wake up, don't eat nothing. I go to lunch, and the first thing I eat is literally a little packet of sushi. And the sushi contains white rice, crab, avocado, and seaweed. Right? So, and it comes with like 1, 2, 3, 4, like 6 little rolls. And then I drink my water. Sometimes I get a Coke Zero, which doesn't have sugar apparently. And water or Coke Zero, and then that's it. Right? And I get full, really full. I think because it's rice. Maybe rice fills me up. Right? And then that's it, right? And then throughout the day, I don't eat nothing else. I don't go to break. I get off work. Obviously, I'm starving, you know? So then when I get out of work, I either come home and I eat quesadillas, like it's cheese with tortilla, and I'll eat 4. And then on my side of chips and my water. That's all I eat, guys. I don't understand why I'm fat. I think if a normal person would eat what I eat, they wouldn't even be this fat. But I don't know, why am I so fat? I don't get it. I don't think I eat that much. Maybe because I'm eating late. Maybe that's the problem. Because I eat like around 8 p.m. Like, because I get off work at 7, but you know, I never really leave at 7. I always end up staying. So why am I fat, guys? No, I'm just kidding. I don't know, what the hell. Like, I know I don't have a fast metabolism. I have to build my fast metabolism so I could lose weight. But I don't know. It's just so bizarre and weird. But yes, guys, I don't know what's going on with that. But what's it called? Fall? Is fall here yet? I don't know if it's fall yet, but I want it to be fall. Oh my god, I hate this eyebrow so much. I just want to shave it off. I hate my eyebrows. They're disgusting looking. I don't know how the hell did I did this. I literally cut them so bad. I guess I didn't care because I was, you know, filling them in. But they look so bad, guys. Not gonna lie, they look really horrendous. Let's go ahead and let that dry for a bit. Let's do our eyeshadow already. Running out of time. It's already 9 a.m. Let's do our concealer. Concealer of the day. I really love this creamy one. I really, really do. So you guys haven't tried this creamy one. It's called Tarte Double Duty, and it looks like that. It looks kind of like a pinkish at the top. The regular Tarte has a purple top. This one has a pinkish top. It's really, really good. Amelia Navarro, hi love, how are you? Good morning. And we're just gonna go ahead and tap this like that. And that's it. Oh my god, you guys, I'm not counting today, but after today, just 2 more days, guys, and then I'm off. I'm exhausted. I am tired. I don't want to be at work. I'm so tired. I had some bad news though, guys. Well, I didn't really know this person, but you know, still, anyone that I used to see or talk to and then they just passed away, that just makes me feel some type of way, you know, like sad, thinking about the world, thinking about life. Yeah. And then there's this lady that I used to know, and we used to go to my meetings and stuff, and I saw her literally in my last meeting, guys. And yesterday, they let me know that she passed away. And oh my gosh, she was so young, guys. Oh my god, please take care of yourselves, guys. If you have like a condition or something, go to the doctor. I'm very like super like worrywart. Is that a word? Anything that happens to me, I ask you guys, or I right away want to go to the doctor. Like anything with my ears, I go to the doctor right away. If I get dizzy, I go to the doctor right away. If I get like a weird rash, like I want to go, but it's going away. And like anything that happens, you know, it's okay to go to the doctor. I really don't like going to the doctors. It just makes me sad. I don't know why. It just makes me sad. Like, doctors are scary because sometimes you might go for something small and then eventually come out with something more serious. And that has happened many times, guys. Remember? Have you guys heard of that situation with the tilapia? So there was a lady that went to a supermarket and she went to go buy fish. and I think it was called tilapia. I think that was the name of the fish. Well, she went and bought a bunch of fish, tried to cook it with all her family and stuff, and apparently the rumors have it, because I don't have quite the whole story, this is real life obviously, she didn't cook the tilapia that well, and obviously she ate it, and obviously it was undercooked, and she developed this condition. It was like a, forgot, it was like a, what was it, an infection? Yeah, an infection. I forgot what it's called, but it was an infection that basically this bacteria starts eating your flesh. And this is one of the infections that is very serious, and it gives you like headaches, you get dizzy, you start vomiting. In worst case scenario, like not that bad, you would just get the flu basically, and be sick and throw up and get diarrhea, you know, stuff like that. But this lady did not have the minimum worst case scenario. She really had the worst case scenario. She developed a lot of fever. She got taken to the doctor the next day because she just wasn't feeling good. She said, what's going on with my body? I don't know what's going on. And then the husband takes her to the hospital, and they told her that she developed an infection inside her flesh. And obviously it's kind of like, it's bad, but they eventually end up amputating her, all her limbs, basically her arms and her legs. The flesh eating bacteria started at her fingertips, and it was trying to eat all of her arms, and then it started to eat all of her legs. And the only way to save her life, so you know, obviously this bacteria wouldn't come into her body or her heart or lungs, they had to amputate her legs and her hands. So obviously she's just doesn't have anything, you know. But I've seen a lot of people, you know, still living their life, you know, without those. But obviously right now we don't know how the patient is, like the lady. I don't know if she has woken up yet, but I had made another story, but this one was different. It's actually the same. It's kind of weird, but there's another lady, but this was a long time ago. This lady had a cut on her hand. It's something very small and trivial, but it turned to something huge. She had a cut on her hand, and she came home, and her husky was waiting for her. Her husky was, you know, concerned for her, like, hey, like, well, the husky didn't talk to the human, right? But the husky was like, "Rah, rah, 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 rah," you know, like, hey, I miss you, la 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 la. And the owner, we're gonna call her Ashley. Ashley went ahead and just pet the husky like nothing, you know, like, hey, I miss you, like kind of petting him. And the husky had looked at the cut on the leg, I mean on her hand, and the husky started licking the cut, like, you know, because, you know, they try to worry, like, if you know, pets, when they get cut, they lick themselves to heal themselves, at least that's what they say. And because the dog licked her, she got an infection on her cut. She developed the flesh eating infection as well. So then as well, for her, they had to amputate her legs and her arms. But when she woke up, she had told her husband why she did this to her. She was really like upset. She like, you should have just let me die. That was really sad. When I saw the story, honestly, I started crying, because the lady was in the interview. She's doing better, you know, like she's more happy, you know, stuff like that. She's looking at prosthetics, you know, kind of trying to look at life in a different perspective. But when we saw the interview, after she woke up, you know, obviously she didn't have her legs. She got taken to the doctor for a fever, and then she woke up and she didn't have her legs and her arms. So that was just very shocking to her. She was very upset. She's like, why? She told her husband, why did you let me live? You should have just let me die. And oh my God, guys, that made me so sad, because at the end of the day, when you're in a condition like that, they give that decision to the spouse. And you know, the spouse, if it's unconditional love, the spouse is going to do whatever it needs to be done for her to still be here. I think that's just what he did, you know, like that was his mentality of wanting the spouse to still be here. Like, you know, so it's a very hard decision for a spouse to do. Like, should I let her die, or should I just tell them to amputate her legs and her arms? Like, in that case, what will you do? You know, like, I don't know. I feel like that's a very tough decision. But obviously time passed by, and this was like a older story. And the lady, she's an older lady, like maybe 50s, kind of like my mom's age. And the lady, she's doing better. She's happy. She's smiling. She's laughing. She tried to look at life in a different perspective, and she's still happy. And she's still playing with the doggy. You know, she doesn't blame the dog. It's not his fault, you know. But it's just you just don't know nowadays. Infections are everywhere, guys. And by the way, the new coronavirus is coming around the corner, guys. Cold weather. What is it? Cold weather? Yeah, the hot weather is almost gone, and you guys know how coronavirus did not like what's it called, the hot weather, because you know the virus doesn't do good with hot. And now that the cold weather it's coming around, that's when everybody's gonna start getting sick. I heard from my customer, one of them told me that she told me, because I wear gloves and a mask at work, and she said, I'm glad you're wearing gloves and mask. And I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, you do know what's coming, right? And I was like, no, like what? What? And she's like, there's a new virus that's coming and it's gonna be bad. She said, it's like an older lady. She had a mask on too. She told me like it's gonna be bad. Like it's gonna be like I feel like the weather this year, at the end of this year, it's gonna be really cold, and it's gonna be bad. So I was like, oh no. You know, so we have to take care of ourselves, guys. I can't even see myself properly. Shit. So it's gonna be like, I'm sorry if am I blocking you guys? So good morning, Amelia. Did I say good morning, Amelia? But yeah, you guys, so we're gonna get like a new virus. So I don't know, guys. I already knew of this virus. Remember I told you guys that I had discovered that there was a virus coming from India. But in India, they only had 10 cases and nothing had been spread. No one has like died, at least not here in the USA. So for them to say like, oh my God, we're gonna get a new virus, then that's really bad, guys. We just have to be careful. Like, I know we feel more comfortable without the mask. And it's like kind of like there's a lot of people that are like, oh my God, I'm just so immune. I've never gotten sick. Trust me, when COVID started, guys, we had so many customers like that. I have the right not to wear a mask and da. And it was just so much controversial. Like a lot of controversial, you guys, over this. And there were many customers that were just refusing to wear the mask. And this was around the time when COVID was really, really new. And it was ask of our establishment, you know, like our company was like, hey, wear a mask so you won't be able to come inside. That was literally outside. The sign was outside, guys. And customers would come in with the mask. Everybody would have a mask except maybe one or two. And then the customers would come to us and they'll be like, hey, he's not wearing a mask. He's not wearing a mask. And we will have to go like and talk to them. Be like, hey, how come you don't have your mask on? Like the sign is outside. You have to wear your mask. And if you don't want to, you're going to have to go somewhere else. And I remember I had said this to one of these guys. Oh my God, you guys, he went berserk. Like he went crazy. Started saying, who do you guys think you are? I know my rights. As soon as he said I know my rights, I'm like, oh my God, he's gonna be a tough one. He's not gonna want to, like, you know, just not accommodate us, I guess, in a sense, because I'm like, hello, it's not just you, it's everyone. And I told him many times, like, look, I understand, like, the mask is not for everyone. Like, I get it. I told him, like, I wish I shouldn't have to wear it. I always try to, like, kind of make them feel better, like, but it is as from our establishment. If you don't want it, then you could just leave, you know, go somewhere else. She's like, I don't have to go nowhere. It's not the law. It's always something like, it's not the law for me to wear a mask. And oh my God, you guys, that just became so problematic. So I just hope it doesn't get bad like when COVID started, because girl, I don't want to deal with those people that come in and just don't want to listen to our policy, not even our policy, but like our establishment's requirements. And but I remember this guy was just so troublesome and he didn't want to leave. One of the ladies, oh my gosh, she really called the cops. She called the cops saying that we were not letting her come in without her mask and And kid you not, the cop took her. They didn't arrest her, but they did took her out of the store and say, hey, the establishment said you need to wear a mask. You don't want to, then you have to leave. She's like, I'm not going nowhere. I'm not going out. And they grabbed her from like the back and just escorted her out. Because she was being like super loud and kind of like customers trying to get scared and stuff. So we did have to call the cops on her because she just was refusing to leave and stuff. But oh my God, that was definitely a scene. And I remember it did came out on TikTok actually, because one of the customers was filming it. And I remember I did saw it on TikTok because one of my friends had forwarded the video, and I was like, oh my god, we went viral. It had like over 6,000 views, maybe. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, I think it was this one or the other one. There was 2 videos that went viral in my store because one of the 2 customers got so aggressive. One of them got so mad because literally the other customer, one of the customers, we had pulled him like, hey, you know, number 8 is open, you know, come around, come to the register. And I guess the other customer went ahead of him. He's like, hey, I was next. Oh my god, because of that, they got in a super verbal and almost physical fight, and it went viral too. One of the customers was filming it. I was like, what the fuck? I wasn't there, unfortunately, because I wanted to see it. But I didn't get to see it, but that was crazy. Hi, Sassy. Good morning. Hi, Andrea. Andrea is #1 boss there. Are you even working today? But yes, guys, it was just so crazy. And you already know my situation when I was just sweeping around and the girl went crazy on me because I was sweeping around her and she, I guess, didn't want to wear her mask or something. And she said, stay away from me. Leave me my 10, what's it called? Feet of distance. 10, was it 10 feet, guys? 10 feet or 8 feet? I forgot what it was. 10 feet or 8 feet of distance. And she was like, I don't know. Oh, okay. You're probably not at work then. And customers were just so very, very special in that sense. But we've dealt with so many customers. And there was this one guy that I have not seen him. It was like an older guy. Yeah, I kind of assume you didn't work, woman. It was kind of like an older guy. And he will always come in. He knew like the law or something. He will come in and says, you know that by the federal la 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 la. And just started talking so much. And I was like, what the hell? In my mind, I was like, look, I'm just doing my job. Okay. And it made other customers angry because if I wouldn't do anything, they will get mad because you guys are not like, you know, doing what they're asking of us. Da, 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 da. So it just became too much to try to like handle the people that didn't want to wear a mask. Also the people that would tattletale, like they will go to us like, hey, he's not wearing a mask. So I don't know if you had customers like that. They just wouldn't, you know, let that slide. Like, hey, you need to tell him to put his mask on. But then later on, as things started to get a little better, we still had the sign up there, but we were not requiring it. And when the customers would come in and say, hey, you have to tell them to wear, like, we can't obligate them. I told him we can't obligate them, unfortunately. I know how you feel. Like, I wish I could, you know, tell him, hey, put your mask on, but I can't. I'm just enjoying my day. Lucky you. So I told her, yeah, unfortunately I can't force people to wear their mask, like, you know, so I'm sorry for that. I remember around that time I was always apologizing. One time this lady came in. Oh my god, guys, she went so crazy. She started at the time, because I was a cashier, the customer started attacking. I think she was homeless. She started attacking one of my managers with a knife. And she's like, shut up, you little skinny guy. Oh my gosh, she was insulting him because he was skinny and stuff like that. She was insulting him like really, really bad. And my manager went outside like running because he was scared. And he was yelling at her like, stay away from me, you stay away from me. And then everybody was just looking. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Why didn't you guys call the cops? So I called the cops. I think it was me or my other manager. It's like, no, we're gonna call the cops. And then, you know, the cops take forever to come in. And the lady just was going around. My manager was going around this random car. He was just walking around going like this, like, you know, just stopping her. And then the lady's like, with her little knife, she's like, we gonna, and she's just going crazy on her. And then I was like, what in the hell is going on here? What in the bananas? So then my manager at the time, the guy, oh my god, he was so scared. He's like, call the cops. She's gonna hurt me. She's gonna hurt me. I was like, oh my god, you guys. And then the customers were just filming it. It's just crazy when, as a bystander, you don't do anything. You just film it. That's crazy. Someone could literally be dying in front of them, and they will film it to go viral instead of them thinking of the well-being of the person that might get hurt. I think it was me or the other one, because when I saw, like, what are you guys doing? Why are you guys just staring? I was like, I called the cops. And then the cops finally came and they took her. Apparently she was drunk or something. I don't know what happened, but yeah, it's crazy. Like, if you guys see something, I know you guys can't intervene or you guys can't save them, but especially something like a knife or a weapon, call the cops. What are you doing? Call the cops. I don't understand why people don't do that. I don't understand. Like, into right now, I don't understand. Why don't you call the cops? Like, why are you letting it happen? Because it might go viral. Like, I don't know. It's just not cool, guys. Sometimes going viral is not the most important thing, you know? Especially when someone's like literally getting chased with a knife. Call the cops, woman or guy, whoever it is, call the cops. But yeah, guys. Oh, and let me use this, my last shade of gold. It's also bystander syndrome. Bystander syndrome? What the hell? That's a condition? Oh my god, I didn't know that. Hi, Sonia. I think it just catches the fear. That's what I said. Sometimes people just don't want to intervene. I completely get that. But if someone is gonna get hurt, just call the cops. I don't care. I call the cops every single time that I'm at my store. Every single time. When one guy was stealing, oh my god, this one was so crazy. He was literally stealing, guys, and his whole pants, he had like this cargo pants. The whole cargo pants was filled with product. And he looked huge and bulgy, and he was a scrawny guy. And I told him, can you take this, the merchandise that's underneath? Freaking bug. Can you take out the merchandise that's in your pants? I always talk about, and I was like, and one of them was popping out of the pocket. I was like, I can see the deodorant. He stuffed his whole pants with deodorant, literally. And I told him, I can see the deodorants. Just take them out. Like, hello. And the customer didn't want to do it. I think he looked kind of like a little bit homeless. Not quite sure. But I was telling him, look, I told him, look, we could do this the easy way. Just remove the deodorant from your pants, okay? 2 of my employees visually saw you, and I can see the product coming out of your pants. And he didn't want to take it out, and I was like, oh my god. And I was being so nice to him. I was saying, hon, just take out the product and you can leave. I'm not gonna call the cops. As soon as I said the cops, like, what do you mean the cops? It started going crazy for the cops. And I was like, oh my god. So then he started running around the other side, and the guard was on the other side, and the guard's like, oh no, buddy, you're not coming out through this way. And it's like, let me out, and he didn't want to leave. No, sorry, I know what he said. Oh, he wanted to leave, and I said, you're not leaving until you give us the product. It was a lot of product. When we counted the product, guys, it was almost $600. And I was like, damn, he crazy. And before that, I told him, like, hey, just come out. So he didn't want to. Eventually, he started running on the other side, and the guard didn't catch him. The guard, I don't know what's the guard doing. I was telling the guard, go around and try to grab him. Like, don't try to touch him, but try to just, block him so he wouldn't come out of the store. And I was running back and forth as well, because I was telling him, hey, don't leave. But I wasn't trying to touch him, because we cannot touch customers. So I was just going kind of like with my hands like, hey, kind of like just relax or something. It's like trying to like talk to him, calm him down, or the such. And the guy eventually went around. I don't know how he did it, but he overran the guard. And he overran the guard, and then he went running across the street to this little other establishment that sells food. And he went in there, and I already had called the cops before that, because he was getting really aggressive, and I already had called the cops. So then when the cops came in to my store, I was like, he's literally right there across the street on the little establishment, that has food. And then she's like, who is he? What is the description? I say, hey, he's this, he's that, and this is how he looks like. I know exactly how he looked like, his clothes, everything. And they go inside, and I'm seeing everything from here, like with the guard. And the guy is in there, and then the cop comes out, and he's all like, are you sure he stole from you guys? I'm gonna like check his pants. But the product is literally coming out of his pants. And what is this? Why is it wet? So I got distracted. Why is it wet? Anyways, and the product was coming out of his pockets. And he said like, okay, he's like, check his pants and bring back the product. I can assure you that my store number is in all the product. And the cop is all like kind of like suspicious. I don't know if the cop thought that we were just like maybe racially profiling him, because he kept questioning me, saying, are you sure he's stealing? Are you sure that, like, instead of just, hey, are you stealing product or stuff like that? I wouldn't really call the cops if I wasn't sure. because all of his pockets were full, you guys. So exaggerated. The cargo pants were huge. I don't know if you guys seen people when they steal, like maybe those chubby ladies that hide the stuff underneath their stomach. Maybe I wouldn't be able to see it because they naturally look chubby. But this guy was scrawny and his cargo pants were ginormous. And I knew he didn't have a condition because it looked square looking. They were all square shaped, like he had square little bulges all over his whole pants. And I was telling him, there's no way, like even if it was a condition, it would be more like circular, lumpy, you know, it wouldn't be square. Stay safe out there, girl. Always you call the cops because it's not worth you exposing yourself. Yeah, so like I said, I didn't touch him. I was in the other side of the floor department, just going like that to him. Hey, like, you know, like we can see the product. And then he started to go in against the guard. And when he was trying to go against the guard, that's when I went around, and the guard was just, they basically were just chasing like that, you know, like that. Eventually he overran him and he left. And then when I told the guard, where's the guy? He's like, oh, he ran. Like, what are you doing? So then the guy wasn't that smart, because I guess if I was him, I would have just kept running. But he didn't keep running. He went across the street and went to the little food place to buy food. Oh, why would you do that? I don't know. He knew how to steal, maybe. I don't know. But I was like, what is he doing? So then the cops go inside and they do have him under, you know, like arrest in a sense. And the cops like, what if we don't find anything on his pockets? I was like, what do you mean? I swear to you, the cop did not believe me, because the guy was African American and the cop was African American as well. And he was telling me, what is this liquid coming out of my pen? What the hell? Something's coming out of my pen, guys. It's broken. Ah, let's throw it away. Throw it away. Throw it away. Oh no. Let's get another one. I have so many. Here's another one. I have like 8 of them. And then the guard, the cop was like, are you sure he's stealing? Are you sure? And I was like, okay. I was like, I know he is. Just check his pants. So eventually the cop does bring in, and he kind of had a different demeanor. He came in, oh yeah, we found all this product on him. Can you check? Can you verify it for us? And then he opened the bag, and then he made us scan it to see how much he was trying to steal. So then I opened the bag, and it was our stuff. It was a bunch of box deodorants and regular deodorants, and all of them said our store number. And I was like, you see, store number, it's all of our stuff. So like, oh, okay. So like, okay, yeah, he seemed to be, and then he changed the demeanor, say like, yeah, he had all this in his pants, and then I was like, yeah. And then they turned into like a whole case, and like, how did you know he was stealing? Like, I had previously, 2 of my employees told me that he handily took the items and started stuffing it in his pants. And another of my employees saw him with his cargo pants all the way to his knees, exposing all of his butt cheeks. It's so funny because my employee that saw that, she was an older lady. She was screaming like, ah, like, I saw someone's butt cheeks. It's like, that guy had his pants all the way to the knees and he was stuffing his pants with deodorant. I was like, what the hell? I was like, ew. I was like, okay, sorry you had to see that. And the lady was like an older lady, and she only speaks Spanish. So hold on, guys. She only speaks Spanish, so she just told me in Spanish, like, hey, someone's stealing a bunch of deodorant. And I was like, oh my God. So they made it kind of like a case, because the cops wanted to talk to everyone that, you know, sorry, I'm just gonna have to go like this, that everyone that had seen the guy steal. And I was like, yeah, you could talk to them, you know, as long as they feel comfortable. And eventually they took him. And the guy was like, then obviously we had to do like a report, and then he wasn't allowed at the store, you know, all the paperwork that I had to do. I've done so many reports, guys. Like, I have so many reports under my name, under my establishment, because, you know, of people that's just, you know, keep coming into the store to steal. This is not coming out so good like the other one. came out good. A little, this one came out too thick for my liking, but it kind of came out good. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. I'm gonna leave it like that because I feel like I'm gonna ruin it if I try to fix it. And you already know, if it looks fine, leave it alone. But yeah, you guys, think he got arrested and then got taken away and da 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 da. But I understand some people just don't want to do anything. Like, I get it because you just want to get involved. But I personally, honestly, if someone's getting hurt, I'm going to call the cops regardless. It's just how I am. Maybe because of my job that, you know, I'm always constantly trying to protect my employees, actually, because above all, anything, even if I decide like, oh my God, like I feel like I can take that person on, you know, like maybe I could fight them, I will never put myself in that situation because you shouldn't, you know, you should never ever do that. Just call the cops. You know, I know a lot of people don't believe in the cops, like, oh my God, the cops are not going to help us, the cops are not going to do anything. But at the end of the day, that's what they're there for. Obviously, there are some cops, I've never met a bad cop, but there are some cops that they're not nice, you know, like they really actually do show to be mean. I've seen so many TikTok videos where the cops are so mean to the people. It's just, I get it, like that's why a lot of people don't like the cops, you know. But to me, like I said, I've never met a bad cop. I remember one time when I was little and my dad, he had bought like a brand new car, but at the time my dad didn't have his license. And I remember we were driving around going to church. Literally, we were going to church, we're listening to music, we were all like just, you know, having a good time. But the back seats did not have belts, and that's when me and my brother were. And I remember we didn't have like money at the time to fix it. And all I remember when we were driving, or my dad was driving around the street, hearing the cops, blue, you know, like the little like blue. And I was like, oh my God, like what's going on? And then my dad starts to panic because, you know, my dad doesn't have a license. He's like, oh my God, they're gonna take this car too. Like, my dad had so many cars, like I can tell you, the cop took at least 10 cars from my dad. And my dad bought all these cars so cheap because he just wanted a car. At least 10 cars got taken away from my dad because he didn't have a license. Most of the times I was with him, sometimes he was just by himself. And that's what I hate. When a guy is by himself in a car, I think cops, that's when they're more mean. Because my dad has told me of many, many stories that the cops are very mean to him. But like I said, not so aggressively mean, but they are mean. And I've never witnessed it, you know, because my dad is by himself. So when the cop comes around, like it was a sheriff, because I remember he was wearing a brown uniform. He comes around and says, like, he starts looking at us, and then he looks at my mom, and then he looks at my dad. He's like, license and registration, please. And then I was like, you know, like just a little kid. I was only, I think, eight or nine. I'm not quite sure how old I was. But I remember, and then my dad is like, oh, he pretends like he's looking for it. Obviously, my heart breaks to people that didn't have license back then, because it was just a tough situation, you know. And my dad starts to look for it, like, you know, like, yeah, I'm gonna look for it. Obviously, he wasn't talking in English. He was talking in Spanish. And then he noticed that my dad couldn't speak English. So he said in Spanish, you know, like, registración y su licencia, por favor. And he had an accent, you know, because he was white. Like, licencia, registración, por favor. Like, I guess he knew. And then the dad is like, oh. And my dad did have the registration, but didn't have license. So then, licencia. And then I was like, he goes like, ugh. And he looks at us. I think he was looking at us a lot. He was a really good cop, because I think he told me or my brother, he said, tell him, yeah, I think he was telling us to translate it. I think I must have been older, maybe 10 or 11, because I was translating it. He told me, tell your dad that I'm going to give him a ticket, but I'm not going to take his car. I'm supposed to, he said. Tell him to get his license soon. Obviously, he didn't know our circumstances, that we were like, you know, didn't have papers and stuff. But he did told me, like, tell your dad to get his license really soon. And I'm not going to tow his car, but I'm supposed to, but I'm not going to because of you guys. Because of us, literally, the kids. Like, I don't want you guys to walk home, and then I don't know if you guys are far from home. It seems like you guys are. And I was like, yeah, we are. And then he's so like, okay. So he wrote the ticket, gave it to my dad, and it's like, okay, I don't want to look. I'm not going to see anything. Just drive away, but try to get that fixed. And then he did. He said, no, he said, don't drive away until I leave. So then obviously he got in the car and then he left. And my dad turned around and we didn't went to church anymore. We turned around. Oh, I think we did. We still went to church. My dad didn't care. My dad was like, we're still going to church. And we went to church and yeah, but we do have met cops that are super nice like that one. You know, like sometimes it just depends. Like they are nice cops, guys. It's just unfortunately we don't always, you know, meet them. But that definitely was a nice cop and we were so blessed that we had the cop in our path, because if it was another cop, he was most definitely would have taken the car from us, you know, and we would not have a car. And I remember my dad had just gotten that car. Yeah, I remember my dad has just gotten that car, so we were like, oh, kind of nervous, like, oh my god, we're gonna lose our car, this one too. But yeah, that was one of the occasions that happened to us. Another one, oh my god, this one was so weird. I don't know where in the hell my dad found this car, but my dad bought this red old ass car, like literally from the 1960s, like 1970s, super old car, like a little red car. And it was kind of standard, like, you know, you had to go like like, was it standard? Yeah, I think that's what it's called. And my dad was the only one allowed to drive it because he's the only one that knew how to drive standard. So one time my dad, I think, said that something was wrong with the car. I don't know what happened, but my dad had left the car parked, and we were living here already. My dad had left the car parked right there, and at the time the laundry right here next to us worked, so we will wash our clothes here next door, and then we'll come back home, fold it, dry it, yada yada. That was the best time, guys. Now this thing's broken, doesn't even work. And I remember me and my mom were washing, and I keep going out because my mom's like, here, go put this in the dryer and then come back. And then it's literally like right here next door, guys, that little laundromat. And then we went out, and I went out, and there was this one Hispanic guy getting into the car with a random key, because our car was so old that any key will open that door, literally any key. So then I screamed, mama, like, and I said in Spanish, nos está robando el carro. I was screaming to my mom in Spanish, nos están robando el carro, like they're stealing our car. Our old little car that my dad bought for $500. And I was screaming, I was telling my mom, they're stealing our car. So me and my mom go running, like, we don't know what we were gonna do, but I was screaming because I was a little girl, I was like 11 or 12, like, hey, that's my car. It was so embarrassing, like, that's my car. She is blind. I have a gun AK-47. The gun is fully functioning. She is blind. Oh my god, I'm just gonna block this person. All right, there you go. Hello, hello. Hi. Yeah, there are too many crazy people out there, Sasiviri. Stay safe. Yes. So then me and my mom went running outside, and we were just screaming to the guy, like, hey, that's our car, that's our car. And the guy got spooked maybe or something. I don't know what happened, but he eventually left. Sorry, guys. He eventually left. Oh my god, why did that one look so weird? I don't know, but I'm gonna outline it a little bit. Yeah, and then he eventually left, and then me and mom went running after the car, and we saved it. But then eventually my dad was driving by himself, and the cops stopped him, and they said, hey, you have your license, and he didn't have one, and they took the car away. But it was just such a random moment at that time that we're running after a car that was worth only maybe $300. But that was our car, you know, ugly and all. It was our family car, and that's what got us everywhere, you know, when we went go out. Me and my family were like this. We would go out anywhere, you know, together. And Those times, guys. Those family times. I don't know if you guys remember your family times with your family, but I definitely do. There used to be this boy at church. I used to go to church. It was a Christian church, and my parents will help the church after the church was over. So my parents will sell food. Like as soon as the church was over, they will sell food when you get out, get out of the church. And hold on, guys. You will get out of the church to eat. And I remember my mom and dad used to help the church, to do food, to clean, stuff like that. And there was this one boy, like little boy, that I used to like a lot. I swear to you, I wish I would have done my eyebrows before this. I'm so sorry, guys. Qué mierda. Not coming out straight. But yeah, guys, if it's gonna be showing like bad stuff, I'm gonna go ahead and block it. Is that okay? I don't know if it looks fine or not. I think it does look okay. My eyebrows don't always come out the best, guys. Okay. Alright, let's do our foundation. We're done with this now, I think. Yeah, we're done with this little mirror. I think I could see myself a little bit in the background. Okay, let's just do our makeup. I think I'm just gonna use the camera. I've been loving these two, guys. I don't know why. It's just makes my skin look so effing good. Like, I'm actually surprised that it still looks good, because I was thinking that maybe it got expired, because foundation does expire, guys. I think it lasts like maybe 2 years, maybe maxed, I think. And I've been having these ones for a really long time. If you guys don't know, I've been having makeup for like at least 4 years, and it's still pretty good. I'm definitely gonna try to get a foundation like this one that matches me. I'm using two colors, one that's dark and one that's light, because I don't have my shade. And we look like this. I think I do need a chair, because this one's just making me slouchy. But in general, I'm fat. Oh, hair keeps going in my ear and it's itching me. But this is how it looks like, and then we're just gonna go ahead and just smear it. I'm trying to look at myself in the back, maybe a little bit like this. Just smear it like that. I feel it's more kind of like an eraser, to be honest. It's kind of like an eraser. Like, it feels really smooth and creamy. Look at the difference. You can still see my pores, but it's not as bad. See that? Wow. If you guys haven't tried this foundation, go ahead and try it, guys. It's really, really good. Wow. You know, you guys, I've noticed that when I use this other concealer, it looks way better on my dark circles than when I use the more matte one. Let me move you guys a little bit here. When I use the matte one, I think I noticed that it looks better. Oh my god, it looks really pretty. Oh my god. This is the first time I've seen it in the mirror because I'm usually covered by the camera. Okay, it's getting a little patchy around my nose. That's why I told you not to. Once you put it on, just let it be on because it does look a little patchy in my nose a little bit. It does dry quick. I think that's the only con I will give this foundation. But oh my god, it looks so nice though. I love it. I usually don't have good let's do our concealer first. Get this out of the way. I love this creamy concealer. Just dab a little bit, like 2 little dots. Now we can put our concealer away. I go, hi Elizabeth, how are you, love? Now we're just gonna mix this in. Dark circles. I've noticed that this creamy concealer is way better than the matte one. I kid you not, it's way better. Why is there hair here? Ugh. It's way, way better, guys. It's just super creamy and I like it. Mixes in really well. And it's not that matte. It doesn't hurt your lid because I feel like the matte one kind of hurts my lid a little bit because it's super matte, and when I'm distributing around my eye, it kind of hurts a little bit because it's thick. It's not thick, sorry, it's too dry. There you go, that's the word. It's too dry, so I kind of don't like it compared to this one that's very creamy and it slips off really good. Really slippery, you know what I'm saying? What concealer is that? It's my new favorite now. It's from Tarte as well, but this is a new one. Shape Tape Radiant. Which one is this one? The Double Duty, and instead of the orange one, because this is the regular one. The regular one is the purple one. I'm using this little pink one. It's called Double Duty. It's basically more creamy, and it appears to be matte. As soon as you distribute it, it does turn matte, but it is very creamy and it's more shiny looking, and I think it just gives you an extra glow underneath the eye. Me personally, I actually do like it. I just don't like it for my lid that much. For the lid, I would like to use a matte, which is the reason why I use a matte for my eyebrows, but other than that, I really do like using this one a lot. Okay, and that's that. And then for the blush, I can do that right in front of you guys. It doesn't matter. Oh, I can't wait for more room because I don't have enough room. Now we could use, and then my blush, my favorite, Huda. And then we're just going to go ahead and just do it in the bone here. I used a lot, guys, because you know what I'm saying. I'm not going to do my lips this time because I'm going to do a brown look. A brown look. What time is it? 9:36. Tempting. 9:36 already, guys. So at least I could blend in front of you guys. Could see myself in the camera. And then I'm just blending this beautiful blush. Go a little upwards, go a little bit in the eye. I've noticed some girls do it all over the cheek, so I'm gonna try to do that today. Because I think, I love just doing it on the bone though. I don't know. I think it gives me more of an uplift. But I noticed that the girls do it all the cheek. It's just never been my thing to do sometimes. And I like to extend it up here. Oh, well, I can't wait for the results. What eyeliner do you recommend? I always use NYX Cosmetics, and I have 7 of them. It's the only one that I like, and it's really black. But Kat Von D has a really good... Kat Von D also has a good... what's it called? What are you guys asking? Oh, yeah, the eyeliner. They also have a good eyeliner, but... it just loses its shape really quick. The little pointy thing, it just gets flat really quick. NYX Cosmetics does the same as well, but after a while it's still pretty black. I've been having some eyeliners for like a long time already, and they still look pretty black. Trying to do this part, but it's kind of hard. Okay, I need to fix that part. It looks a little too... Yesterday I didn't what's it called? Ooh, it looks nice. What? It's just always a surprise when I see myself in the mirror, because in the camera it looks different, but I also have contour. Should I do just contour maybe in my work? Doing all creams now. I've been so much into the creams, guys, like it's crazy. I've been liking to do my nose. I know not everyone does it, but I love it. It looks so cute. And you could literally leave it like this. I know some girls do that. Just leave it with the blush and they don't contour. I don't know if this is a contouring stick. Let me see. It is a oh wow, this is Rare Beauty. I forgot I had one. All right, let's try the contour stick here. It's not dark enough for me, but it's not dark enough for me. It looks more like yellow tone, but I think that's the reason why I don't use her. It's the only one they had in stock, but I really wanted it, and that's why I got it. But I remember I didn't get it because of that. Let's use this one. This one is for oh, this is for bronzer, so this is perfect. Yeah, it's too, you see how it's not even that brown. I need a darker one. I need to go buy a darker one. Did it? Ooh, kind of did something. It kind of did something, not a lot, but kind of. Let me tell you something right now. I think this foundation is just very playable. Is that a word? It plays really well with other products compared to my other foundations. Okay, this one looks good. It's because I could do right perfect, and then in this one I can't do it right. I don't know why. This just always looks wrong. Great, now I have something in my eye. I'm gonna have to go over with the blush a little bit because it's disappearing. I think I should have bronze first, or contour first, and then it's a little too low. Here, let's go over with the concealer brush. Try to diminish this line right here. Looks horrendous. Okay, they got it a little better. A little more of a sharp edge. Okay. Try to mix the blush a little bit with the bronzer because it just looks like a little too dispersed for a liking. All right, well, not too bad. Okay, let's go ahead and set our face with powder. You already know my favorite. My favorito, it is Fit Me Maybelline. I don't have any more, by the way. I have to go buy more Fit Me, and I use in the shade light medium, which is the number 20. I have to shake it because I don't have any more. What are your comment? Hi, pretty. Hi, your fave girl, Charlotte. How are you, hon? Hello. Hello. And now we're going to set this powder right here in our lid. Basically, you said everywhere that you have concealer, but I'm wearing all creams today. Like, literally, my bronzer's cream. My blush is cream. So I set everything. I like to use this setting one for my eyes because it's very nice. I've used other powders and for some reason those powders are just not nice. I don't know why, it just doesn't come out to be nice for some reason. Okay, and then I'm gonna set the rest of our face. And we set everything, guys, because I know it seems like we're covering all of our blending that we did, but the color is different, so it's still gonna set itself. I kind of just love the hint of a little bit of dimension. I don't like it to be too overpowering. Obviously, you know, everybody has their own like style and what they want on their face. Don't like it to be too strong. Oh my god, this hair is so annoying. Oh, it's itching my ear. Stay away from my ear. Then we do our face. How are you today? I am really well. How about yourself? How's everyone right now? Okay, and again, some sections do look a little more powdery than the other. Again, that's why I like to look myself in the mirror, but ever since I started filming in this vanity, I love this little angle, but I can't see myself. It's the reason why I don't like it. But I love it. It's just harder for me to do stuff. I could have you guys in the same angle, but you guys always have a lower angle. You guys can really see me, and I mean, I like it that. When I use my Huda, it's like I feel like I lost all my lipsticks, guys. Let me use this one. I think it's Wedding Bells. I think it's called Wedding Bells. I'm not quite sure. Wow, the skin looks good though. I'm sorry, I was looking at my skin. Wow. my throat's kind of dry. It looks really good, the skin. Wow. Right, let's do our mascara. I've been trying to leave my mascara toward the end because I feel like sometimes when I do it first, oh, my back. It gets the powders in the way, and I don't want that to happen here. So let's go ahead and curl our lashes a little bit. Right? Let's put our mascara. I'm going back to the purple one, actually. I haven't been using this one. I've been using the regular Bambi, but I missed this one. Is it better than Bambi? Not really, but I do like it a lot. You can only look in the mirror when you got makeup on. You can only look in the mirror when you got makeup on, LOL. Oh yeah, wait, what? I think I get what you're saying. You kind of look at it. I don't know why this one's not being too. I don't know what's for. You see that? Can't really see it that well. I love the spoolie on this, but I wish it was more black because you can barely see it. Like in person, oh my god, it looks so cute. Okay, now let's just try to extend this little eyebrow hairs. See that? You can see it, but you guys can't really see it there. I see it here and it looks good. Maybe I got brown. I got brown, guys. I was wondering, why doesn't it look black? I got the wrong color. I'm gonna go back and get the black one because I love the spoolie on this. It says dark brown. Girl, I need black. I'm gonna go back to Ulta and get the black one. Can't believe I didn't read the label. I didn't even know mascaras could come in different colors. Like, I know they do, but majority of them are always black. I never really bothered to look at the label. Time is it? Oh, 9:50. Owie. Owie. Oh, sadly you guys can't see them, but there is a nice, can you guys see? My lashes are lifted, but they're being covered with this thing. With my wing. With my wing. I think I'm gonna leave it like that. I love the whole dimension here. Like, it's not too dark. I don't want it to be too crazy, so I'm gonna leave it like that. And I want to put a little bit of color underneath my eye, but you already know my eyes are too sensitive. Oh, excuse me. See if I can add a little bit of purple underneath. I'm gonna try my best to. Ow! I love this vanity, but it's just rather huge that I just don't have room. I don't have that much room to, like, what's it called? Okay, let's try. I'll try to put a little bit of purple. Sorry if I make a weird face. Oh, it did come out good. I haven't done a color underneath my eye because it gets so bothersome. But ow. Oh no. And that's the reason why I don't like to do. Sorry, a little trash in my eye. Ooh, that hurts so bad. Oh, eso sí me dolió, guys. Oh, my eyeballs. Oh, that one hurts so bad. I'm telling you, makeup, it's a sacrifice. I'm just kidding. But it is. Let's use the MAC one for the bottom because the MAC one is really good with the small little lashes. MAC, it's a different mascara. The MAC mascara actually is very not that full, but I think it's really perfect for the little ones. And it makes them really long. You see how long they make them? Girl. See if I can make these ones longer a little bit. See, they made them a little longer. A little clumpy now. It's okay. I'm always moving my closet door out of the way because my vanity's too big now that I can't even open the little doors. So even though I wanted drawers, I don't even have the room to open them. Hello. It kind of sucks. I kind of want to do diamonds now. What time is it? 9:54. It's a little blotchy here. What's going on there? What's going on over there? I'm probably gonna rearrange everything again on Tuesday because I feel like I have different ideas, and I'm gonna buy more organizers because I want to condense stuff more because I have room, but I want more room. I don't know if that makes sense, but I feel like I could condense it a little bit. I'm gonna try a little bit more powder. I think kind of vanished a little bit. Tad bit. Just a little bit. That's it. We're not gonna do bronzer. I feel like the bronzer is just gonna make it worse or just too sharp. You know what I'm saying? So after that, we're just gonna set our face. Lately I have not been setting my face and my makeup has been lasting me longer. So I kind of don't want to set my face because I've noticed when I stop setting my face with this, my foundation does last longer for some reason, because ever since I started using this foundation and I haven't sprayed my face, it's been lasting a while. I don't know how, but it has. How's work? Work is okay, hon. I'm gonna go right now, actually. 9:56 a.m. Never back down, never what? I don't know. All right, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. We are at 74 minutes. I hope you guys today's look. Let me give you a little close. Hello. Whoops. This is how the makeup looks. This is the eye look of the day, and this is how it looks like close. Sorry if there's like a smudge on my lids, but I put a bunch of mascara. So that's how it looks closed. As you guys can see, I have a little blending moment right here going upwards, and then we kind of fade out into the shimmer, and then we have a super deep deep purple right here in the corners. The blending takes time, and then I have a beautiful eyeliner, kind of like I did more of like a chunky eyeliner today. Kind of gives us like a little bit of uplift if you have small eyes. So if you want to try this eyeliner look, go ahead and try it out. I think it gives you like a little extra oomph, a little extension in the eye, because I have a small eye, especially this one's kind of like smaller than the other one. Yeah, this one's definitely smaller. And obviously add a little bit of purple underneath. It kind of enhances the eye look. I have not been using color underneath my eye because of the reason that my eyes are very sensitive and it just doesn't want to do it, you know what I'm saying? So that's how it looks like. I added 2 different mascaras. I have Maybelline on top and I have MAC on the bottom lid. See how beautiful they look? They're just very long and elongated and stuff. And lipstick, I have Huda. Because of my wrinkles like that, my lip is a little sided because I sleep on this side too much, so my face is always smushed, and that's why it looks like that. And also because of my wrinkles here when I smile, or when I in general talk, when I talk also they kind of come out. And then yeah, and then we have a little bit of contour, but that was with the cream contour, and I covered it with powder obviously, but it looks nice. I have a little bit of enhancement in the blush, not too much, not too crazy. A little bit of blush in the nose, very, very nice. And then you can see that the pores have been covered right in my T-zone, which is my problem area right here, my nose. My nose eventually settled in, kind of cool. And then right here, we do have a little bit of patchiness going on here, and I think that was the cause of the blend of the concealer that I was trying to fix here, but it didn't really get fixed. This side is my most problematic area. The pores are ginormous, but right now they look rather diminished. I do have a lot of scarring, as you guys can see. I used to have a lot of acne when I was little. Like, a lot of you guys think I have not had acne. I have. I used to have those huge ginormous blisters, and I also have a scar. You guys can see a scar right here. I got a ginormous ass pimple when I was in middle school. So huge, guys, you guys have no idea. It was like a cyst, like freaking huge, and I got bullied for that. I was like, oh my god, they were calling me pizza face, stuff like that. But I don't know, it never really hurt my feelings, because, you know, I thought it was normal. I never really think nothing much of it, to be honest, but it did left me a scar. I also have a scar right, where was it, right here, and that's because I was cooking one day and oil popped in my face, and one of them got stuck right here. So thankfully nothing went in my eyes, but I do have a little scar here. When I was cooking, the oil popped in my face. And then this one right here, it popped in my face, so I have a little hole there, a little holes here because of scarring. And then my pores are obviously right here, but very, very kind of small and diminished, natural pores, I guess. But other than that, this is the look. Front, side, and that's it. All right, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. I love you guys so much. Have a beautiful, awesome day. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, maybe today, who knows.